Alrighty, folks, you know I'm feeling great on a Friday morning because we're now 3-0 in our last three chairman package picks on my premium site. We had the Lakers -4 yesterday in that package, and they put up 141 points against the Bulls. And the good news is we have another chairman package pick going off here tonight in the NBA. And if you sign up for my full access, all-inclusive chairman package, you're going to get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to my Chairman podcast, absolutely free. It's going to be included with your purchase. Now, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on the free videos and what I do on my premium site. Well, what I do here on the free videos is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side, and total. What I do on my premium site is, well, I actually share with you which one of these free plays on these videos that I actually like the best. Now, if you don't think you need access to all of my premium plays, but maybe you could use like one a day, you may want to think about signing up for my $1.99 daily best play. It gives you access to one premium selection of mine every single day for the next 30 days. The math works out to be just 6 cents a day. I'm 4-1 in my last 5 daily best plays, 9-2 with a push in my last dozen college basketball tier package picks. And finally, folks, I'm 3-0 my last 3 chairman package picks on my premium site. And the good news is I have plays going off in all of those packages here today. The site is patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, folks, we're going to dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Rockets at the Hornets, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Houston's -5.5, totals 224. Now, the Rockets have been very tough to shoot the basketball against. They're in the top 3 in the NBA in guarding the three-pointer. And no real surprise here, they're also in the top 3 in the West in field goals allowed per game. Alpi Sengun leads the active lineup in steals and rebounds. Jabari Smith Jr. grabs nearly double-digit boards a night himself. And they're taking on a Charlotte club who lost 8 out of their last 10. And they have a tough time getting the W at home. Out of 19 contests in the Spectrum Center, the Hornets have a win percentage of just .263. And a lot of that is due to some poor offensive production. Not only are the Hornets in the bottom 3 in the East in field goal percentage, they're also dead last in the entire NBA in free throws made per game. Now, they're currently averaging fewer first-quarter points per contest than any other roster in the league. Very slow starters. When it comes to the injury list, Bullock, Tate, and Smith are questionable for the Rockets. Eason and Oladipo are still out. Meanwhile, for Charlotte on the other side, Lowry, Hayward, and Williams are inactive for them. Now, the Hornets saw unders in 6 out of their last 10. Meanwhile, the Rockets saw unders against the likes of the Celtics, Knicks, and Pistons. Give me Houston -5.5, under 224. Next contest, Suns, Pacers, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Phoenix is -4, totals 243.5. Now, the Red Hot Suns won their last 7 straight, and they're currently in the top 5 in the West in shooting from the field. Kevin Durant averages a team-high 29 points a game. He's also shooting over 45% from downtown. Meanwhile, Devin Booker is scoring over 27 points per contest himself. And they're facing an Indy team who lost 5 out of their last 7. They've had all kinds of problems on D this year. Indy's currently dead last in defensive field goal percentage. They're also allowing more second-quarter points than any other roster in the league. Now, injury-wise, even more problems for Indy as the leading scorer Tyrese Halliburton is out with a hammy. Meanwhile, for Phoenix, Lee and Bull are out for them. Eric Gordon's questionable. The Suns saw overs recently against the likes of Portland, the Clippers, and the Grizzlies. Meanwhile, Indy's gone 16-7 to the over at home. Give me the Suns -4, over 243.5. Next contest, Mavs, Hawks, 7 o'clock East. Dallas is -2, totals 244. And even though the Mavs have struggled recently, they do have a .600 win percentage against the Eastern Conference. And a lot of that is thanks to Luka Doncic. who leads the Western Conference in points per game. Tim Hardaway Jr. is dropping 18 points a night off the bench, and they're taking on a Hawks team who's almost as bad as Indy on defense. The Hawks have the second worst defensive field goal percentage in the NBA, right behind the Pacers. And no real surprise here, the Hawks are giving up 123 points a night on D. Now, more bad news. Leading scorer Trae Young is questionable with a concussion. Keep an eye on him. Matthews, Capella, and Fernando are day-to-day as well. Meanwhile, for Dallas on the other side of things, Kyrie Irving is questionable. Dwight Powell is out. The Mavs are currently 60% to the over in their travels. They also saw overs in 6 out of their last 10 gatherings with the Eastern Conference. Now, Atlanta's currently 67% to the over in their out-of-conference ball games, keeping the Mavericks -2 over 244. Next game, Clippers-Raptors, 7:30 p.m. East. The LA Clippers are -7, totals 234. Now, the Clippers have been playing some really good baseball here lately. They're 8-2 straight up in their last 10, and they're winning 70% of their out-of-conference ball games. Kawhi Leonard leads the lineup in points per contest. Paul George is making 42% of his three-pointers. And they're facing a Raptors club who's in the bottom 5 in the East in defending the three-pointer. And unfortunately for Toronto fans, the Raptors tend to give up a lot of points late. They're in the bottom 10 in the second half in points allowed per game. Now, injury-wise, Pirtle and Quickly are out for the Raptors. Zubac and Diabate are inactive for the Clippers. LA saw unders recently against the likes of Minnesota, the Lakers, and the Pelicans. Meanwhile, Toronto saw unders in 5 out of their Toronto saw unders in their last 5 straight. Give me the Clippers -7 under 234. Next game, Cavs-Bucks, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Milwaukee's -5, totals 238. Now, the Bucks got the W in 6 out of their last 7, and they're winning in 75% of their divisional home games. When it comes to offensive production, the Bucks are now averaging a staggering 125 points a game. Giannis is scoring 31 points a night, along with 11 boards. Meanwhile, Malik Beasley knocks down 41% of his attempts from beyond the arc. They're taking on a Cleveland squad who tends to shut it down late offensively. These guys are a bottom 10 second half scoring team. And speaking of more offensive woes, well, these guys are in the bottom 3 in free throws made per game. Now, injury-wise, Jerome, Garland, and Mobley are still out. Tristan Thompson suspended. When it comes to the total, the Cavs saw unders in 6 out of their last 8. They're also 67% to the under against divisional opponents. Now, the Bucks saw unders recently against the likes of Detroit, Boston, and Houston. Give me the Bucks -5 under 238. Next game, Thunder, Pelicans, 8 o'clock Eastern start time. The Pels are -2, totals 241. And even though the Pelicans have played some pretty good basketball this season, they do tend to break down defensively late. They're in the bottom 10 in fourth quarter points allowed. And unfortunately for them, that's when OKC tends to turn it on. Oklahoma City's a top 3-point producing team in the fourth quarter. They're also the best free throw shooting team in the game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander averages over 31 points per contest, 54% shooting from the field. Meanwhile, Jalen Williams knocks down 44% of his attempts from long range. OKC saw overs against the likes of the Spurs, Jazz, and Clippers. They're also 13-9 to the over on the road. 5 out of the Pelicans' last 7 got over the total themselves. Give me OKC +2 over 241. Next game, Magic Grizzlies, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Orlando's -4.5, totals 213. Now, the Magic have been incredibly tough to score against. Orlando's in the top 5 in second half points allowed. And when it comes to rebounding the basketball, not many teams do it better defensively than the Magic. These guys are a top 5 defensive rebounding team in the NBA. Paolo Banchero leads the roster in boards and points. Jalen Suggs has the most steals on the team. And they're taking on a Memphis squad who's the worst offensive team in the game. These guys score fewer points a night than any other team in the league. And conversely, the Grizzlies are making fewer field goals per night than any other roster in the NBA. Now, injury-wise, Gary Harris is out for the Magic. Rose, Smart, Clark, Bane, and LaRavia are inactive for Memphis. And out of 19 contests in the FedEx Forum, the Grizzlies got the W only 4 times. Now, Memphis saw unders in 5 out of their last 8 ball games, 74% to the under in their own building this year. Meanwhile, Orlando's gone 9-5 to the under against Western Conference opponents. Give me the Magic -4.5, under 213. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. Blazers, Spurs, 9:30 p.m. East. San Antonio's -3, totals 231. And out of 20 contests in their own arena, the Spurs got the W only 3 times. They're allowing 124 points a night there. And they're taking on a Portland squad who's been solid. They've been solid against the point spread here recently. The Blazers successfully covered in 5 out of their last 6. And they're doing a solid job on defense late. Matter of fact, the Blazers are allowing fewer fourth quarter points than any other team in the game right now. Now, injury-wise, Brown and Sharp are out. Brogdon's questionable. Meanwhile, for the Spurs, Jones is questionable. Sissoko's inactive. The Spurs saw unders recently against the likes of the Celtics, Hawks, and Pistons. Meanwhile, Portland went 6-3 to the under in their last 9. Give me the Blazers +3, under 231. With that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Give me the Rockets -5.5, under 224. Suns -4, over 243.5. Mavericks -2, over 244. I'm 3-0 my last 3 chairman package picks on my premium site. Clippers -7, under 234. Bucks -5, under 238. Thunder +2, over 241. Magic -4.5, under 213. With my next and final free pick, give me the Blazers +3, under 231. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium site. Now, if you do end up getting a package here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that chairman package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site at patreon.com/BrockPage.